Are you wondering what's the best sleep consulting model out there? And there are many, right? So it can be confusing and you probably don't want to get that wrong. So if that's you, I'm going to walk you through the top consultation methods for sleep consultants so that you can have a really clear understanding and plan for how to build a consistent income and grow your sleep coaching business. And this isn't just theory. So take a look at one of our graduates, Kim. Kim felt unsure about which consultation methods would best serve her clients and allow her to grow her business, and while also allowing her to be very present with her family. And so she works with clients who tend to prefer a longer, more in-depth package. And she's actually recently grown her service by adding a group coaching model, which is enabling her to serve even more clients. And actually understanding what's the best consultation approach or approaches to offer comes down to 7 key factors, and they're all important, especially if you want to grow not only an impactful business but also a joyful one. So you definitely want to watch this video to the very end. Okay, so I'm Emma, co-founder of the Holistic Sleep Coaching Program, where we train sleep consultants. Okay, so let's delve into consultation number 1. Now, before I dive into the details, if you are interested in growing a consistent sleep coaching business, there's a link below this where you can actually speak to us directly so we can see how we can best support you. Okay, first up, let's talk about in-person consultations. Now, before COVID, this was hands down the most popular way to offer sleep support to your clients. So meeting face-to-face, whether that's being at home, your place, or a hired place, that was really the go-to method. Now, why are in-person consultations so effective? It's because they build a deep connection and trust like nothing else. And when you're right there with your clients, you can give real-time feedback and tackle problems on the spot. You're able to answer questions immediately and work through issues together. So being physically present allows you to observe family interactions, including the child or a partner, and that's going to give you a comprehensive understanding of the situation. It's kind of just going to feel good. And you'd see things that you'd never catch over a call or an email. But let's be real, there are challenges. Travel can be a big limitation, how far you can go or how far clients are willing to come. And this means more logistics, like more scheduling and travel costs. And in terms of business growth, you're limited by how many people you can see in a day or a week. You can't scale your time, so the number of clients you can handle will always have a cap. But here's the thing, despite these hurdles, in-person consultations offer an amazing way to create that personal connection. And actually, if you don't have the travel time or costs, then this would be a great way to provide support to families. All right, so let's dive into consultation method number 2, which is virtual consultations. So this type of consultation, aka video call using a tool like Zoom, have really become the norm in the last 4 to 5 years for several reasons. So you can jump on a call from anywhere, no need to travel. That means that you can fit consultations around your schedule, whether it's during the day or at night or even when your kids are at school. And actually this level of flexibility is amazing, especially when you're trying to juggle business with family life, which so many of our graduates are. And it really allows you to have a level of freedom in your business. And with virtual consultations, your reach isn't limited by geography. Like, you can serve clients nationally or even internationally. And imagine being able to help families all over the country or all over the world. That all of a sudden allows you to reach a lot more families that need someone just like you, which means you can impact more people and you can have the potential to earn more money. Now, the other key benefit is that there's no travel expenses or travel time going from A to B. And even though it's a virtual consultation, you still maintain personal contact. Like, you can see your clients, read their expressions, and engage in real-time discussions. And thanks to post-COVID norms, everyone now is comfortable with video calls, making it way easier than ever to connect. However, there are challenges. Some clients might miss the face-to-face connection. They might feel that virtual consultations are less personal or engaging, you need a solid internet connection. So technical glitches can disrupt the flow of your consultations, and poor broadband services can be a massive downside. But here's the thing, if growing your business and gaining a consistent income and flexibility is key for you, then this is the format to consider. Okay, so method number 3, phone consultations. So this really has its own unique set of benefits, making it an option to consider as a sleep consultant. So the first benefit being accessibility. So phone consultations are incredibly accessible for clients who might be uncomfortable with technology. Like, not everyone wants to jump on a Zoom call, and that's okay. Phone calls are simple and easy for anyone to handle, and just like virtual consultations, phone calls are fantastic in terms of flexibility and scheduling. So you can fit them into your day without much hassle, whether you're at home or in a car, which probably wouldn't be wise unless you pulled over, but you catch my drift. And there's a level of flexibility around where you can take the call. Now, another benefit is that when you're chatting on the phone, you tend to dive straight into the issues without distractions. Like, you can cover a lot of ground quickly because you're focused solely on the conversation. However, let's talk about the downsides. One major drawback is the lack of visual cues. Like, you can't see your client's expressions or body language, which makes it harder to build a personal connection and trust. So visual demonstrations are also out of the question, which can be limiting if your advice requires you kind of showing something rather than just telling. And also, without face-to-face interaction, it can be tougher to establish a deep personal connection. And this is an industry where actually that's needed. And some clients might feel less engaged or supported without that visual element. So while phone consultations are a great tool to have in your arsenal, especially if a client only wants to chat that way, it's probably best not to just focus on this, as you don't get that level of impact and personal connection in the same way that you do from a one-to-one face-to-face consultation or an online session. Okay, so method number 4, group workshops. So group workshops are all about interaction. Like, they create a communal learning environment where parents can share insights and experiences. And this is great, especially for parents struggling with their child's sleep, when they feel like they're not alone. They can learn from each other. Like, that's transformative. So where can you run these workshops? Well, I've seen our graduates run them in all sorts of places. You can do in-house sessions for companies, parent wellbeing events, or keeping in touch days for parents returning to work. You could also run sessions in the community, so hire a space or use a community centre or children's centre. And these settings are perfect for building a sense of community amongst parents facing similar challenges. And picture your clients, walking away with new knowledge and a network of peers who totally get what's going on for them. Like, that's pretty powerful. Now, let's talk about structuring these workshops. So general Q&A sessions are good, but I love picking a specific issue and diving deep. So spend 40-45 minutes going deep on a topic and open it up for questions. And this way you provide detailed, focused advice that's way more beneficial than just skimming the surface. Okay, so the pros. Group workshops are super cost effective, so you could charge a small fee for participants, so it's affordable for parents and profitable for you, which is a win-win. The second pro here is scalability. So unlike one-to-one consultations, group workshops let you reach more people at once, and this massively boosts your impact and helps you grow your client base faster. Plus, it's a fantastic way to build that know, like, and trust factor. And if you give your attendees a win from your session, they're more likely to seek you out for a one-to-one service. Now, potential challenges. So one downside is that you can't give each participant the same level of attention compared to a one-to-one session. So this might lead to more general advice. So you definitely want to mitigate this by offering Q&A time at the end of a workshop if you're going deep into a particular topic. And you could even take that a step further and ensure you have surveyed your attendees before the workshop to understand their particular challenges. And of course, if you're going down the angle of going deep into a topic, then, well, of course, you want to make sure that you are aligning your topic to the needs of the group. So you really do need to think this through. But when you really survey your audience before, when you're clear on who you're talking to, when you have your workshop really structured well, it's going to give you so much confidence before you start the session, because you're going to know what people want. Now, another thing to be aware of is that running a successful workshop is a skill and you need to be organized. So you need to find a great venue, you need to manage registrations, prep your materials, and ensure everything runs smoothly. That kind of goes without saying. And then another thing to consider is that you can leverage online group workshops. These are so powerful, and there are so many ways to do this. Truly there are. So using group workshops to grow your business when you're just starting out and perhaps you don't have a big audience at this point is to partner with other professionals who have a similar audience. So someone running an online parenting group or a postnatal group, tap into their audience and offer your sleeper expertise. Like, that is a win-win. They get valuable content and you get in front of a new potential audience. And actually, by delivering tons of value in these sessions, you establish yourself as an expert and you build trust. And again, if people want more personalized support from you, they can book a one-to-one afterwards. And what's great with this is that actually you don't do all the organizing. So you are really piggybacking on to someone else's audience, but you're just there to really love on them and do the best job possible. So the overall verdict on group workshops is that they are a fantastic way to support a lot of families, build a supportive community, and establish yourself as a leader in the field. And whether you run them in person or online, they are so powerful to help you grow your business and make a significant impact. Okay, so method number 5, collaborating with other experts. And of course, this is a great example because in this situation, you're addressing both sleep and feeding concerns in one go. And imagine the value for parents. So they get expert insights from 2 specialists in one session. It's like a one-stop shop, making your sessions more impactful. Now, a couple of things to consider is that, it's not always as straightforward running a joint venture with someone as it would be to run a solo session. So you need to sync schedules, manage logistics, and possibly hire a venue. And you got to think about, who is managing the advertising. And of course, there's also the financial aspect to consider as well. So how are you splitting the income and expenditure? So that's something to consider. So like any partnership, you need to start with a very good understanding of what you're looking to achieve and know exactly how the partnership will run. So having gone through 5 key consultations, you might be thinking, well, what are the questions that I've really got to ask myself to really get clear on what's good for me? What are the best consultations for me? And it comes down to 7 core things. Client needs. Start by understanding the specific needs of your clients. Are they looking for hands-on face-to-face support, or do they prefer the flexibility of virtual consultations, for example? So if you're working with busy working professionals, it might be that they typically prefer a lunchtime session or maybe late evening consultations, maybe even weekends. So you've got to get clear on who your ideal client is. Flexibility. Consider how much flexibility you need in your schedule. So virtual consultations offer greater flexibility and can be scheduled around other commitments like family or another job. In-person sessions and group sessions require much more rigid scheduling and possibly travel time. Scalability. So think about how scalable each method is. If you need to maximize your time, online consultations might be best, and running online group sessions might be an option. Okay, cost and logistics. So assess the cost and logistics involved in each method. in-person consultations may involve travel expenses and venue costs, where virtual consultations require reliable technology but have minimal additional costs. Group workshops and collaborative sessions could spread costs among multiple participants but require more upfront planning. And then you want to think about client interaction. So determine the level of personal interaction you and your clients prefer. Some parents may feel more comfortable and supported with face-to-face interactions, while others might appreciate the convenience and efficiency of online consultations. And then partnership opportunities. Look at potential partners. So collaborating with other specialists can really add significant value to your services and help you reach a much broader audience. So you want to consider how these partnerships could complement your methods. So now that you have seen the various methods available, from in-person to virtual consultations and group workshops and everything else, which consultation method do you think would work best for your client needs and your lifestyle? Let me know in the chat. And to wrap this up, remember, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The best consultation method or combination of methods depends on your client's needs and your expertise and how you want to structure your business. So start with what feels right for you and your clients, and don't be afraid to adapt and evolve your approach as you gain more experience and feedback. Okay, my friends, I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments. And if you are looking to build an impactful sleep coaching business, one that truly empowers families, and you're looking for support with that and how to grow a joyful business, then do click the link below to book a call with us. Okay, thanks again, and see you in the next video.